let's fucking go down here. Where's the fucking... Hold on, my shit didn't load yet. Why didn't the broadcaster load? It didn't load all the way. I don't have peer block running, do I? No. Son of a bitch! Switch back to the old broadcaster. I already fucking did that once, motherfucker. This happened once before where it like didn't load for some reason. And server connected. Okay, start broadcast. Start record. We're fucking live, motherfuckers. We
Tahoe
are live.
Motor.
Samurai, we're live. We're live. We are live like some shit. And I have a little bit of energy because I just left a movie. Watched Spider-Man 2. That was good. Let me ask you this. I was thinking about this because I know you don't like Marvel stuff.
Yeah, I like Spider-Man, but that's pretty much it. I do want to see Captain America.
When your oldest, did you watch the old Spider-Man movies from 10 years ago?
I did.
What'd you think?
They were good. I liked them.
You liked them. Okay. Did you watch the Spider-Man movie from, here's my lighter, from 2 years ago? Did you watch that, the newer one?
Yes.
What'd you think?
With the octopus guy, I like that. I've liked all the Spider-Mans.
Wait, the octopus guy, that was 8 years ago. I'm saying 2 years ago. The newest
one.
What
was that about?
It was, they redid it. New cast. It's a little bit more like the comic books now, and it's Spider-Man's a bigger smartass, and it's a little bit darker. I liked it. I thought it was really good, and I thought the one that we just saw was gonna suck ass.
Well, put it this way: I like Iron Man. Is it sarcastic like Iron Man?
Yeah, to an extent, yeah, it's there. He's a smartass, and that's not. Yeah, Tobey Maguire did an okay job, but he was never like the big smartass that this kid, whatever. There's some British kid who plays him. He plays him really well.
I haven't seen the new kid.
He's good. He's a really fucking good Spider-Man, and I enjoyed it. And I thought it was gonna suck. I thought it was gonna be. I wasn't even really gonna watch it. I was thinking about just kind of blowing it off. But then Mama Bear texted me and said, "Hey, Spider-Man at 7." I was like, sure, fuck it, let's go. And it was good. I enjoyed it. So if you like that stuff, go watch it. As far as Captain America, dude, that last Captain America movie from a month ago fucking kicked ass.
I want to see that.
You saw the first Captain America, right? From World War I?
Yeah, I did not like that. I caught it on cable a couple of weeks ago, and I fell asleep.
So I liked Captain America 1, but I didn't want to see Captain America in World War II. I want to see Captain America now. That's what we got to see with the last Captain America. It was Captain America in current, and it was fucking awesome. So Marvel's on fucking warpath right now. Now let's talk about this before we get into anything else. Before we go over the fights last week or any of the shit that I wanted to go over, any shit that you want to go over. Let's talk about.
I want to go over Windows.
Now, my dad, we talked about this earlier this week. My dad, who was in town for a while, and I fixed his computer up. He couldn't go online or anything. It was just worthless. So I got him online, got him all worked up, gave him some pictures of the kids and shit. Well, he's going to see my brother, my non-crazy brother, in Texas. And allegedly crazy, I guess I should say, just for my own safety. In Texas, and he emailed him the tickets, and he couldn't get online. My brother said, "Go ahead and update to Windows 8.1," and then my dad turned into the old man, the worst, angriest old man. Computers are stupid. Damn it! I'm gonna throw this goddamn thing out the window. This piece of trash. And he just went off.
Oh, you mean the way I was 15 minutes ago?
Yeah. So he went off. He couldn't log in because of some new login screen, and he got around it, and I talked to you about it, and you said you saw it, and then it went away, and now it's back. What the fuck is going on there?
Well, when it logs in, it says, "Hey, you need a Microsoft account to log in." I'm like, "That's fine. I have a Microsoft account," so I log in. Well, all of a sudden, it comes up and says, "Hey, you need to log in through your Gmail account." I go, "No, I've never done that, so I don't have a password for that." And it doesn't give you the option to switch over. there's a button that says, "Hey, sign in through your Microsoft account." Okay, I click that button. Click, 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 clicking now. Nothing, nothing.
I just want to hear you say
Son of a
click some
bitch.
more.
Son
Uh,
of a bitch. I can't. I don't know how to make it stop telling me to log in through my Gmail. I don't want to log in through my Gmail. I can't. And last
so
week I finally got on, and now it's back to my Gmail.
So this is something new with 8. Here's the thing, by the way. I don't have Windows 8. I don't like Windows 8. I'm running Windows 7. I think Windows 8 is a piece of shit. And oddly, what you said in that text, I don't know if you've heard me say this before or not, but Windows 8 is the only thing that could ever get me to buy a Macintosh.
Yes, I am. I told the wife earlier. I said, if I don't get on this computer tonight, I'm buying a Mac tomorrow. As much as I hate to say it, I'm sick of this. I cannot freaking log on.
And then what you need to do is you need to sell your Windows 8 computer and go buy a fucking PS4. But that's another story.
Oh, I do need to do that.
Yeah, you do need to do that. Especially you actually really do need to do it before the UFC game comes out. Chinese has already pre-ordered it. He's like all excited about it. He doesn't even watch
Really?
that many fights, but he loves he likes fights. He just doesn't. He's more of a casual fan, like you, but maybe a little bit less. But he's all
Hey, I
over that
watch a lot of
UFC game.
fights. I just don't
He
have the
watches some
memory for
fights.
fights. I watch all the
He
fights.
Yeah, he watches some, especially if I tell him about it. But he like I said, he's more of a casual fan, but he can't wait for that fucking shit. And like I said, by the way, one of the first things he said to me at the theater is he's like, "That was pretty cool that you guys interviewed Clint Hester." I was like,
Yeah, it was pretty
"Yeah."
cool.
He hasn't heard it because it's probably no good for him to hear because I'm pretty sure there's things that would get me in trouble with Mama Bear going on. I think I remember that because I think there was a phrase that I coined of being one higher or some shit like that. Something sounds familiar about that. I think I said, like, when you're high, I'm one higher or something like that. I don't know. But it would
Hey,
be bad.
speaking of fighting and old age,
Yeah.
before I forget about it, Willie Nelson turns 81 on his birthday and receives a.
Yeah, you're not. I have that on the list. That's been added. That's a late addition to the list. He is a fifth degree black belt in. I don't even know what the fuck it's in. And I was also
Guang Kong
wondering,
Yusil.
is there any video of Willie Nelson training in anything? And I know that's kind of a dick thing to say, but for someone who's been in martial arts for 30 years, Elvis Presley was also a black belt, and Elvis Presley didn't know shit.
He bought his on
He
eBay.
he bought his because some fan got a hard on for being near Elvis Presley,
Oh,
and maybe gave him some Vicodin. I don't know.
I would
That
have given
might not be
Elvis
true.
Presley my I would have given him my black belt.
Well, you know what? You're just trying to get me started, and I'm not going to listen to that because you don't have a black belt to give. You can't give black belts.
I've been on Craigslist.
You've been on Craig's dick.
Watch it.
Holy shit! I think it might have kicked in already. It might be the show might be almost over, folks. Yeah, I wonder. Let me see. Willie Nelson, martial arts. Is there anything of him doing anything? I mean, if he's legit, I think that's really fucking awesome. Oh look, there's some fuck. Oh no, that's from 3 days ago. That doesn't count. I want something from like 5 years ago.
Oh,
Um, but my dad got his black belt when he was fucking. Let me see. He was like, fuck. Hold on a second. He was almost 60. Yeah, he was almost 60 when he got his black belt. Holy fuck.
really?
Hold on. Let me think about that. 34. No, he was almost 50. He was 44, 54, 64, 74. No, fucking shit. 50. He was 55. Wow.
So
He
you're
was
saying that I
55 when
have
he
a
got his black
chance?
belt.
So you're saying I
If
have a
you
chance?
if you get off your ass and
You mean I
actually
actually have
come
to come
in
to class?
and come in and play. We got that guy, perfect size for you. We had a really good jiu-jitsu session last night. We haven't done that in forever. And why don't you like jiu-jitsu? What was that all about? You didn't want to do it. You wanted to do kicking and punching.
Yeah, because my knees hurt because you made me do them stupid Tito Ortiz freaking drills.
Well, that has nothing to do with jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, it hurts my knees to jump up and down like that.
Jiu-jitsu isn't jumping up and down.
What? Oh, so you're saying if I go to class, I don't have to do Ortizes anymore?
Ortizes aren't jiu-jitsu.
But are you saying I don't have to do them anymore? Just say yes or no.
So wait a minute. You're telling me if I say
No, yes or
that?
no. Do I have to do Ortizes
Hold
anymore?
on. I want to ask. I'm going to answer your question with a clarifying question. You're telling me that if I say you don't have to do Ortizes ever again, you'll be in the class.
There's a very, very strong possibility.
One, you're gay.
That and a certain young lady that lives in my house would might go back.
One, you're
You
gay.
might be killing your classes by having them do Ortizes.
You know what? But here's the thing. I'm going to say two. This is a two-part answer. There's the gay
Yes,
part.
and three.
There's the gay part, which I'm just saying you're gay because you don't want to do Ortizes. Now,
Right.
then there's a serious answer. If your knees really, I mean, look, this is the thing that people don't get. We do Ortizes because it is good for you. Okay, they fucking suck, but they're really good for you. If you have shit with
They're
your
not good
knees,
for you.
look,
They're
there
not
are
good for you.
times, yeah, they are. There are times where I can't fucking walk.
What
You
does
see
it
me
do
like
for
that
you?
shit.
What does it do for you that is good? Explosiveness?
Yeah, explosiveness, stamina. That's why you can't just do one Ortiz and just be like, oh, I'm done.
And so
You
when you
got to
land
do
and
series of them.
you're jarring on your knee joints like that. I mean that's
Well,
good for
here's
you.
the thing. Well, hold on. Here's the thing, and come back to that because I can answer that as well. The serious answer is not everyone can do everything. That's just kind of the nature of it. Some people, and I've worked with people who literally can't do stuff, and we have to work around them. If your knees are fucked up, then you can't do Ortizes. That's kind of how it goes.
Yeah, but I have no quit in me. I don't want to not do it.
But you did
I
quit.
don't want to I don't want to disappoint my sensei. I did them
But
while I
you,
was there.
but you quit. Period.
Yeah, but I don't disappoint you when I'm there because I do them while I'm there.
I think you think I care too much. And I got a
Actually,
kid. I got a kid. Well, kid. He's like, well, no, he's just big. He's like 12. I got a kid who he has to.
You got
He'll
a 12-year-old guy?
yeah.
I'm back. I'm back in class.
After that statement you made, I don't remember what you said, but I remember I questioned something. Oh, the dildo you keep in your pocket. That's what it was. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder about you. No,
What?
he literally he's got health issues where what is it? I guess diabetes. He will literally just stop in the middle of anything if his blood sugar whatever the fuck happens and he gets low and he'll boom put his shit
By
in.
the way,
Um,
diabetes is all made up. That's not even a
di-
real disease.
what?
That's not even real. You just don't
How is
eat
it
a,
not
a
real?
honey bun
By the way,
because there's
ladies
too
and
many honey
gentlemen,
buns.
while we talk about diabetes, I do have Taco Bell nachos and a Taco Bell pizza in front of me because I haven't eaten since lunch. What do you mean it's all made up?
Because it's just, what does Wolford Brimley say? I got the diabetes.
Yeah,
I got the sugar. Well, just
but I
stop
don't.
eating sugar.
I
Do
don't
some
know.
exercise.
No, you can have. I think diabetes can go the other way. Your blood sugar level. Because I had a friend who had diabetes, and I remember after football practice once, he like passed out, and we bought a soda and gave him a soda.
Was it like a dog that you broke into the car and it was too hot and you just poured a soda in his mouth?
No, but like we needed to get his sugar level up, his blood
You stick a
sugar.
piece of chewing gum in his mouth. It's all psychological.
We didn't have chewing gum. Well, I don't know that chewing gum might work because there's sugar in that shit too.
Yeah,
But
it is.
we literally, we just finished football practice.
Well, the caveat is if you buy sugar-free gum, that's not good.
I didn't give him any money either. I said, "Fuck you! I got 50 cents, and this soda's going to me."
I had to take up a donation to buy him a soda.
Yeah, I think I'm kidding. I don't remember, but I don't think I did that. Um, but yeah, I don't know that diabetes is.
It's mental.
Wow, I don't think it's
It's all
mental. My
mental.
my old boss used to say any illness was mental. The flu was mental. It's like all this shit is mental. It's all in your mind.
Hey,
I've
I've
had the
never had the
flu.
flu.
I'm
I've never
pretty
had the
sure
flu.
that you've never had the flu.
No, I get a flu
Oh,
shot, and I tell myself I'm not getting a flu, and I'm not getting a cold. I don't have a cold. I don't get the flu. My
wait a minute.
knees
You
hurt,
you
but
get
I
you
don't
get.
get the flu.
Yeah, why don't you mental that away, bitch? So you wait a minute. You what did you say?
Never
I was
had a
going to ask you
cold.
a question.
Never had a flu.
Oh, you get a flu shot?
Yeah, every year.
Wow, I don't remember ever having a flu shot,
Well, my
and I
wife
don't
makes.
get the flu. What pants makes you get a flu shot? What are you 8?
She makes the big bucks. I do whatever she says.
Hey, by the way, you sound pretty okay for being on your iPad.
iPad and I think I've got what is this?
And I guess you should, but you sound pretty okay.
I've got the iPad earphones, whatever comes with it. I think I got those.
Oh fuck! I wanted to tell John McCarthy we were going to talk about him tonight to see if I could get him to call in. I don't even know what the fuck our phone number is.
Oh, I had
I
it
don't
up
know what it
here.
is. Yeah, I mean, we have a phone number. I don't know what it is. All right, what the fuck? What the fuck has been going on this week? Oh, fights last week. What did you see?
Who was fighting when?
What
What
was it?
fights are you talking about? I just watched UFC Brazil last night.
Okay, good, because I want to talk about that too. Last week was the Jones Teixeira card. That was a fucking. It's one that I didn't get and I didn't do anything with because I thought like it was just an card. That was a really good card.
Well, I thought Teixeira won.
Well, let's wait a minute. Okay, now I
I'm,
know you
I'm,
must have gotten really fucked up on the boat. Let's go over these fights really quickly. So
what kind of
Chris
boat?
Beal
What
and
kind of boat?
speedboat, motorboat,
Brand name.
a boat,
Brand name. Brand name.
banana boat.
What is my freaking name
Yeah, but I
on
just wanted
Twitter?
to say as many other boats as I could before I said that.
You don't know any
And
boat names at all.
and really, seriously, when you said brand name, I think I should get some fucking props for coming up with banana boat because I was like, fuck. So while you were on the boat, and you tell me when you came in,
Uh,
they had the fight
if
pass
you don't know
the
what a
fight
sync
pass
screen is,
fight.
I've got a picture of that.
They had the fight pass fight, which ended in a fucking crazy fucking flying knee. That was just like wow. And Chris Beal won,
What day was that?
and
Saturday?
this was on Saturday. Yeah. So
Oh, hold
then
on,
we
hold
could.
on. Before you do that, hold on. So
Yeah.
I'm working in the yard.
Oh, do you
I'm
have
working
something on Saturday? Okay,
on
good.
my
Yeah, go.
boat. Yeah. So I'm working on the boat. I'm trying to get some oxidation off the back of my boat. Blah blah blah. I got the fight on my iPad in the garage. So I said, I gotta go out to my shed. Let me pause it. I go to my shed. I get my weed eater or whatever I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Come back and I hit unpause. The fights are off. So evidently on Fight Pass, you can't pause the fights and come back to them. When they're off, they're off. You're screwed.
So here's the deal with
So
Fight Pass.
I missed most of the fights. I saw maybe 2 fights on Fight Pass.
Well, there's only one fight on Fight Pass.
What? No,
Yeah.
it was more than that. I saw one fight. It was a lot of groundwork.
Are you sure you're not thinking of like a week before?
Well, maybe
Because you were probably drunk last week. Because I know you were
last week
drinking on
I
the boat. Tell me about the boat.
yeah.
How did the boat go? That was that's the first outing, isn't it?
No, fourth outing, baby. Fourth.
Fourth outing? Oh, how'd it go?
It was good. I went out to the big lake over in Jordan and hung out with the crew and uh, did some kneeboarding and did not do wake surfing. My buddy got a new boat with some wake surfing. We didn't do any of that though. The usual. Drank a
Yeah.
lot, hung out a lot.
Was
We
the
we went
Indian
out
there? I've
Saturday
been
and
talking to
Sunday.
the Indian a little bit.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's actually texted me back.
yeah. Why don't you ask him about? We made a. I think it started out at $200, but I told him I was ashamed to take his money because he says he's going to go out with a Sunday. He never goes out on Sunday because he's got to recuperate for the work week. I don't understand that. He's younger than me.
I do.
And, oh God. Well, put it this way: he didn't go out Sunday. We did. He did not.
I didn't.
But we went out Sunday. Went out to the local lake here over here at Harris and just hung out there, drank some beer,
Yeah,
got Pants some Mike's Hard Lemonade. It was a good time.
I
It
do
was
like
warm.
Mike's Hard Lemonade. Mike's Hard Lemonade is good. You should get Pants some. No, I guess you can't because the daughter's there. Never mind. I
Somewhat.
bet you. I bet you know where I was gonna say some leftovers. Some.
Oh yeah, yeah,
But yeah, that
yes.
wouldn't work out too well. Yeah, I don't know what fights you're talking about. There was only one Fight Pass fight last week, and that was that one that ended in a flying knee.
No, no, I do not see that. No, that was 2 weeks ago. I'm thinking about.
Okay, that makes more sense. So they had that. Then the Fight Sports one, Danny Castillo beat Charlie Brenneman, and that was a fucking quick knockout. That was just like, boom, like just out of nowhere. It was just one of those one punch knockouts. That was like, wow, cool. And that was it. Bet Carrera and Jessamine Duke. You remember Jessamine Duke, right?
Oh, I did not see that fight.
You didn't miss much. It wasn't a
Yes,
very
I did.
entertaining fight.
Really?
It was just kind of eh. Um, Betch Carrera kicked her ass pretty much. I think she Jessamine Duke tried coming back in the third round, but it I didn't think it worked for her. And she lost the decision. Now
Who lost?
Jessamine Duke lost.
Oh man, I like her.
Now everyone's going, and I want to just touch on this really quickly. Have you heard of the four? You know the Four Horsemen. You know that from wrestling: Ric Flair and Arn Anderson and all them, right?
I don't have to pee yet. I don't have to pee yet.
No. But do you know who they are?
Kind
Have
of,
you ever
sorta.
heard of it? So yeah, they're a big stable in
Yes, I've heard
wrestling
of the
back in
Four
the
Horsemen.
'80s. So Ronda Rousey, Jessamine Duke, Shayna Baszler, and what's the other girl's name? Marina Shafir. They call themselves the Four Horsewomen, and they hold up little fours in the air like the Four Horsemen used to do, and it's a whole thing. Well, after Beth Carrera beat Jessamine Duke, she held her hand up and made that four gesture, and then took her other hand and folded one of them down so there was only three. Everyone started. I thought that was pretty
Oh,
clever. Everyone started getting all pissed off at her. I was like, I think that's genius. Now everyone's talking about her. That was great. So I just wanted to give my little 2 cents on that one. Takanori Gomi and Isaac Valley Flag. I like Isaac Valley Flag. He lost by decision. It was a fun fight. Just wasn't. It didn't work for him. Didn't go his way. Worked for Takanori Gomi, who he's a fucking legend. So okay, Isaac Valley Flag still has some time left. Joseph Benavidez and Tim Elliott. Joseph Benavidez choked his ass out. Not anything surprising. It's what he does. Main card: Max Holloway and Andre Touchy Feely. Max Holloway choked his ass out, and if I remember correctly, I think Andre Feely was beating him up to that point. I like Max Holloway. I was happy for him. Cool. We're on the main card, so I don't know when you came in. Jim Miller and Yancy Medeiros. Jim Miller choked him unconscious, literally choked his ass out, and he went to sleep. And Jim Miller didn't want to push him off, and the referee wasn't rolling him off because Jim Miller had his back on top. Jim Miller was on his back, and Yancy Medeiros was on top of him.
yeah.
So he chokes him out, and the ref didn't want to move him, and he wasn't going to move, so he's like celebrating, putting his arms up in the air while he's laying on the ground.
Who was
'Cause
reffing? It
uh,
was the ponytail girl.
actually, I can't know. If you really want to know, I can tell you though. Do you really
I
want to
can't
know
even
that?
find the. Yeah, I can't find the fights from last week. Evidently, I must not have watched them. I don't recall any of this.
You got in late, and I know I'm breaking up because I'm opening up something that's going to tell me who ref that fight. That was uh, Kevin Mulhall. Um,
The short, stocky,
so
blonde hair guy.
Well, now I can't remember which one he looks like. I
Uh,
recognized him when I saw him last week. I was like, oh yeah. Um,
when he
but
was at your
th-
house.
that's not nice.
Hello.
Um, so that was a good fight, and Jim Miller did a great job. With that choke and not being a dick and pushing him off. And we're going to talk about a dick here in two more fights. Luke Rockhold. Well, I guess there's two dicks we can talk about.
Oh,
Luke Rockhold and Tim Boetsch. This is a fight I said I wasn't really excited about. And I tell you what, Luke Rockhold looked really fucking good. He won by
hold up.
Triangle Kimura.
I
Did you tune
think
in?
I think I saw that fight.
Okay. Do you remember it? No.
Uh, I
That's a different
don't
answer.
remember.
Um, I was really impressed with Luke Rockhold. I've never been like a huge fan. I don't know why. He just never really did it for me. But he looked good. And I tell you what, I said it on Twitter. I don't know if you saw it. I kind of want to see a rematch between Luke Rockhold and Tim Kennedy. I think that would be a fun fight. So I don't know where he's going to go yet, but he looked really good beating Tim Boetsch. Now the co-main event. This one you should remember. You're the
What
Michelin
fight was
Man.
that?
That
Like
was Anthony
171?
Johnson. No, 172.
Oh.
But are you looking at the completely wrong card?
No, I can't find the card.
Oh, yeah, look, just Google. Well, you're on your thing, aren't you? I don't know how that works on your stupid little phone
It's
or
no,
Apple
I'm on
product.
iPad.
Yeah, stupid little Apple product. Anthony Johnson beat Phil Davis. Anthony
Oh, I
Johnson.
can see that. He
Did you
beat the
know who
snot out of
Anthony
Phil
Johnson
Davis.
was?
No, and I think I picked uh Davis because
Well, I did
I
too. I think everyone did.
Davis.
Anthony Johnson had a run in the UFC. He got cut because he kept missing weight. He's missed weight like 4 or 5 times in his career. So, he's a guy who has fought at heavyweight, beat Andrei Arlovsky at heavyweight. It was just a bullshit decision. Should have been a no contest. And has also fought at 170 pounds. So he's been kind of all over the place. But man, he looked really good. He made Phil Davis, and maybe Phil Davis was having an off night, but
He beat him like he owned him. In fact, I tweeted that.
yeah, he looked really good. It was a very good performance from Anthony Johnson. Not what I was expecting to happen. I expected Phil Davis to. It might be a dickish thing to say, but I thought he was going to take care of Anthony Johnson, no problem.
Yes.
Good for Anthony Johnson. Now, we'll come back to Phil Davis in a minute too. John Jones and Glover Teixeira. I'm sorry, Grover Teixeira. I said his name wrong. I apologize. You saw that fight because we texted a little bit during that one. I had already turned off my PlayStation at this point. I wanted to watch this fight because I knew John Jones was going to win. But holy shit, did he look good?
Yeah, he did.
I mean,
He looked really good.
he looked phenomenal. He and I know Greg Jackson's a really good coach. He people give him shit because he's not exciting, but and he there's a lot of decisions, but he fucking knows what he's doing. He had John Jones fight the way that Grover Teixeira was going to fight, which was inside. John Jones, who has
Yeah.
the reach advantage, said, no, fuck you. I'm going to fight on the inside. And he beat the shit out of him. I don't think anyone saw that coming. I know Grover didn't see it coming.
Well, you know what I thought of when I saw it? Ronda
Huh.
Rousey.
Well, Ronda Rousey's improved a lot, and that they're granted their careers aren't very long, but they're definitely in the top two or three for most improved fighters. Well, we'll say two because they're champions. So most improved fighters in the past 5 years, which is the length of their careers, they're fucking incredible. And I don't think Chris Weidman's too far behind them either. I think Chris
Yeah.
Weidman's a young guy too.
Yep.
Maybe we'll make them the top three. Because really, you can't deny that. But John Jones looked awesome. Now, he was talking shit to. We talked about the Chuck Liddell thing, and he was talking shit to Phil Davis. So after the fight, okay, he sends out a tweet with a picture of Chuck Liddell and says something. And I'm not a huge Chuck Liddell fan. That's not really doesn't matter. But some like douchebag comment like, "I wonder what Chuck is thinking," or
Forever
"What
champion or something
what
like
was
that.
that you said?" Yeah, some bullshit like that. And kind of a dickish thing to say to an ex-champion Hall of Famer who's retired. Then he goes and starts talking shit to Phil Davis. And he said, what the fuck did he say to Phil Davis? He said something like, it was some bullshit. I think it had to do with crying.
I didn't see that.
Or a pillow or something like that. Oh, do you want a pillow to hug? Maybe that's what it was. Something really dickish. And it was like, wow, man, you're a real shithead. Then that video I posted on Facebook. You watched that, the little 8-second video?
I want to say yes, but no.
That's the one. So John Jones has a history of eye pokes. Like he holds his hands out a lot for distance and range and things like that. And I know why he does it.
Distraction.
But well, he does it also because of distance and range. It's you know where your opponent's face is if your hand is out. But you can use a jab just the same way. But he had eye pokes, and people were giving him shit for the eye pokes and for the fingers that he's always using and getting in people's eyes and close to people's eyes. And he released this little video to it. Oh, he poked people in the eyes. Oh, and pretending to be crying, mocking like the fans. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Oh, I didn't
Why
see
are you
that.
being such a dick? You liked it. I thought I saw you liked it when I posted it, and I figured because I tagged you in the comment. Remember I
Oh,
posted it and I
yes,
said, "Hey,
Twitter,
we're going to
yes.
talk about this." And so I remember seeing you liked it, so I figured, all right, you watched it. But it was just he's a real dick, and I don't know if he's just going to go full heel and just embrace it and become like the bad guy personality, kind of like what Ronda Rousey's done. It's worked for
Yeah.
her.
Or the Wanderlei.
Yeah, I don't know where he's going. I don't know what he's trying to convey with his feelings or anything. I don't know what he's doing, but he needs to stop being a dick. I mean, that would be really cool. I want to like the guy, but he's an asshole. So that was that. John Jones looked spectacular. Now, also last weekend, I heard that your favorite and my favorite circle racing organization, NASCAR, had a fight. What the hell was that all about?
Let me go blow by blow. So this fighter, and a big NASCAR racer is maybe 5'7", maybe 5'9". You got a couple who are tall guys. So you got a 5'7", 135er fighting a 5'8", 140, and they're having discussion in the garage after the race. They didn't slam each other on the track that I saw, and so he grabs gosh, I can't think of his name. Casey Mears. I want to say it's Casey Mears, but I'm not sure.
I heard Casey something. It was Casey somebody.
Had to be Casey Mears in. He grabs Marcus Ambrose, which is the Australian NASCAR racer.
Is that
And
Dean
he grabs
Ambrose's
him.
brother?
Yes. No, it's not. So he grabs him, and he's like he's going to have a little attitude adjustment with him. And when he does, Marcus Ambrose gives him a right hook to his left eyebrow, and I think I saw him later. I thought he had cut him open because he grabbed his eye as soon as it happened. It looked like he was bleeding. There was a long distance camera and it was dark and all that. So the crews, come in and grabbed him and kind of pulled him apart. And the word on the street later was one of the other pit crews come up and hit the guy who got the good punch in the back of the head, much like Tuf Brazil, after the race. Now here's the crazy part. The guy who started it and grabbed hold of the first guy gets fined $15,000. The guy who swung the punch and connected, and I thought was a pretty good punch, he get fined $25,000 and put on probation.
Why?
I don't know, because he actually hit him. I mean, I'd have hit him too. I wouldn't have thought twice about it. I thought
That's
it was
really
crazy.
fucked up.
I know. Hey, you know what? When you put your hands on them, that's considered assault, and you're fighting now. Hey, let's
Hmm.
go at it. Now, the weird part is, and NASCAR said a few years ago, the rules were quote unquote, boys have at it. Settle your own differences, and we're not going to step in as much as we have been or could have been. Um, the fans like it. The fans like to see them throwing helmets and throwing a punch here and there, but I thought it was ridiculous. Maybe that's not a lot of money to those guys, but I thought it was a bunch of BS.
I think on principle it's bullshit.
Yeah.
But what do I know? I don't know anything. Um, it
NASCAR
was
was built on fighting. After the races, during the race. I've seen guys throw helmets, during the race at each other.
Now, see, I would watch that. Like, especially if they fight, like, if they fight each other from the cars, like if they get really close and start like punching the cars and shit, I would watch NASCAR.
You need to search that of the NASCAR fights because there's been some decent fights on there. But the smart guys, if I'm going to fight you and me and you've had an instance and I'm going to your car, you leave your helmet on.
That's like football. If you ever got in a fight in football, you leave your helmet on. You never take your helmet off in a football fight.
Exactly. You don't
Like
ever
you
want to
just
take
you
your freaking helmet off.
yeah, you never do that. Now let's
Your
stick on
inflatable
the other.
vibrator squeaking.
That's my butt plug.
Uh,
Every time it squeaks, I'm squeezing my butt cheeks together. Um, let's talk about a couple other sports real quick. So the races basketball thing. I think I asked you
uh,
about that not long ago. You didn't know what I was talking about. Have you picked up on it yet?
I've been following. I got some good opinions on it.
All right. The NBA fined them like what $2.5 million, and they banned them from what games?
Any NBA thing for the rest of his life, yes. He can't go to a game to his own team, the one he owns.
Okay. I have thoughts on this too. Would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
Well, let me tell you what I think. 82-year-old guy, Jewish guy, every 82-year-old guy in the world, well, I'm not going to say every, most 82-year-old white men in America probably have those thoughts. Not to say they're right or wrong, I don't care. Um, he said it in his house. He was taped illegally, I think. I know she says, well, he knew he was taping him. Do you think he's going to say something like that if he knows it's being taped? No, he's not going to say that. So, first of all, they're discounting everything she taped, which they shouldn't. You shouldn't even be able to use it. She needs to go to jail for that. Uh, but it's almost like the thought police. Like we were all worried about 1984. The government's going to invade your thoughts. We're doing it to ourselves with cell phones and cameras, and we're turning ourselves in. It's not the government doing it. Um, I don't think. God, what did I see on Facebook? Somebody said something about, well, there goes freedom of speech. There's worse things in the world than saying. One of the things I saw was the girl. He paid her, I don't know, $2.5 million over a couple of years for her services. She was an archivist or something for him. So in essence, I know she wasn't, but you could call her an employee. He's telling her something, an employee. He said, I don't care if you screw Magic Johnson. I don't care if you take him to dinner. I don't want you in public with him. So you're just telling an employee what you think about a situation. I just think it's way, way, way overboard. Way overboard. He's given a lot of black people a lot of good living. Not to say he's not racist. I think he probably is racist, but it's not like he's making them work for him. He's not paying them. Hey, I go to work for him for $2 million. He can call me anything he wants to. What do you think?
So I say good for the NBA for part of it.
I'm hanging up now.
I say ban him. Fuck him. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's a flat out racist. I mean, there's no doubt about
Yeah,
it.
I mean, good. I'm glad they banned him. I would ban him from like the parking lot. Um, so I like that. I don't think, not that $2.5 million matters to him, but I don't think that $2.5 million. I don't think that should have happened because it had absolutely nothing to do with basketball. If if he was talking to a player like that, sure. If he was saying something at
Oh,
like a public appearance representing the team or
yep.
representing the NBA, sure. But I don't agree with the $2.5 million fine. But I say great job for you should ban his whole bloodline, just anyone that's related to him. Now here's the thing that a lot of people don't know yet because they haven't read about it. Is this isn't the shocking part of the story. The shocking part of the
Well, I
story
know
is if
about
you
it.
what?
Is in NAACP, we're getting ready to award him the Citizen of the Year award.
No.
Oh,
Oh, you know what? I do
okay.
have a story real quick before we do the shocking part of the story. One of my Facebook friends, um,
Is this called a cliffhanger?
up in no, it's not what? No, this is
Cliffhanger.
filler. This is it's not even really filler. This is just something that popped into my head. The first time he bought season tickets for the what are they called? The Wizards up there. The not Bullets because that's too ironic. Um, but when the Wizards, he bought season tickets from the Wizards, and he was asking questions about treatment of people and things like that. And the guy who sold him the season tickets, this is like 5 years ago, said, "Don't worry, sir. We're not the same as whatever." I can't remember this owner's name. That's fucking idiot. But he's like, we don't run things the way he does. So it was like known that he was a piece of shit, maybe. um,
Okay.
but here's the shocking part.
Yeah.
The girl is not a girl. If you look at her face, you should be able to see that.
No, I've seen pictures
That's
of her wearing a visor.
yeah. She's a man, and she might be like pre or post op, but she's not a girl anymore. At least she. I don't think she is. Um, that's the really fucking shocking part of this whole story. And then everyone wants to buy them. There's like 8,000 fucking famous people. Dr. Dre wants to buy them. Puff Daddy wants to buy them.
Magic
Uh,
Johnson.
Magic Johnson. Like
Oprah.
everybody wants to. Oh, that's right. I did see Oprah wants to buy. That's right. I think I did see that.
Yeah, it's like a fire sale. They think they're going to get a discount.
It's a fire sale. That makes me think of Arrested Development. I don't think you've watched that on Netflix, but one of the early episodes, the guy's an actor and he had an audition, and it was for a commercial for a fire sale, and he like rolled around on the ground like he was really on fire, like yelling about the great sale that's going on. That was a good one. I want to talk very briefly since I didn't do anything with John McCarthy. MMA refs. I'm not going to get into pay. Maybe we'll get John on one day, but I think it kind of sucks for Big John McCarthy that he's footing the bill for his knee injury that happened at a fight. I think that not the UFC should pay for it. I feel like the athletic commission should have some type of something for these guys.
Well, he
Um,
works for the athletic commission. He doesn't know. He does not work for UFC though.
yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
why I
yeah.
said
I
I
agree with
think the
that.
athletic commission should have something. I mean,
When
they
did he
don't
get
make
hurt?
that much money.
When did he get hurt?
I think it was during the Verdum Brown fight. He tore his knee and had to have surgery on it.
Well, I did not know. I knew that only through you. I did not hear anything about it.
Oh yeah, he tweeted something about it, and then I think he tweeted a picture of him laid up in bed with a post-op stuff on his knee, and that's when it kind of came up. And it's like I just think it sucks. That's all, and I think it has nothing to do with UFC. I just feel like the athletic commissions. People want to unionize the fighters. Maybe you should unionize the refs.
Yeah.
Um, maybe that's a better idea, and that actually might be a good union because instead of these shitty refs in these weird states and weird countries, you get these piece of shit refs. It's just these refs, the ones who are certified really good. Of course, there'd probably be more fixed fights. um, Tuf Brazil, you watched it last night.
I did.
What'd you think?
Eh, kind of it's anticlimactic after the scolding from Dana and the actual fight itself. And I was glad to see Chael's team to win the fight again, but it seems like there's always some kind of rig where he never gets to pick the fight. Although
Yeah,
they
I don't like
suck at
that.
all the other. Yeah. I mean, hey, you win. I go, "Oh, well, we're going to do something else." So somebody else picks the fight. Really, you're changing the rules midstream.
Yeah,
I
I
hate
didn't
that.
like that. That kind of sucked. Uh, I think that Vanderlei is a douche. We should just start off every show with that.
Agree.
I thought it was a good episode. I mean, I'm trying to watch it for the show and not just the dum dum and Chael. Um, and I like the people in Brazil. They seem to be pretty cool. And I think the greatest thing that's ever been created on Tough is this ring girl competition shit, especially in Brazil, because it's like they want to show as much camel toe as they can. And I'm in favor of that. I think that's a great idea. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was really funny when that guy pretended to be choked out by Hortensia. Because I
Yes,
thought he was really out too. And then she's
I
like,
did
no,
too.
he's awake. And I thought maybe she just thought he was playing around and he really wasn't playing around. That was funny. Um, so, are you watching the other Tough that's going now? Frankie Edgar
I've,
and BJ Penn?
I've recorded them. I don't think I've watched but one episode, maybe two. But yeah, I'm going to watch it though.
I haven't seen any. It's just I can't watch everything. I mean, it's too much.
Well, you have a
Um,
busy schedule.
huh? Well, I can't watch everything. I got other shows I want to watch. You'll have to keep me up to par with that because I have no clue about any of it. I know that there's Cal Pendred is in there from Ireland, and that's really all I know about it.
That was a really good fight too. He got wait a minute. Wait a minute. His name's not Kyle. It's like
No,
Cothred or something.
Cathal Pendle.
Yeah, 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 yeah. He got a bye the first round.
Yeah, he's like the only person since they've done these fight-ins because he. I mean, I've seen him fight. I mean, he's a good fighter. He's just done a bunch of stuff over in Ireland, or whatever I think it's Ireland. Whatever
Yeah, Ireland.
one of those countries. Um,
Because I keep thinking of Pikey every time I see is from Ireland.
from the movie Snatch. Um,
Huh?
you
No,
don't
Bert
remember
Kreischer,
who's Bert Kreischer?
comedian.
I don't know him.
I follow his podcast, and he started talking about pikeys one time. So I got on a 3 day YouTube rant on pikeys. Go YouTube pikey fighting. It's like street fighting.
Well, that have you ever seen Snatch? Maybe you don't know what I'm talking about.
I saw one time. Oh, the movie.
Have you ever seen the movie?
I don't think so.
It's probably about 10 years old. I wonder if it's on Netflix. And it's got like a ton of people in it. Well, one of the guys in it is Brad Pitt. And Brad Pitt plays a pikey boxer. And he's got some really fucking hilarious scenes in that movie. Yeah, you can't understand shit that he's saying, and all he wants to do is fight people. And that's what I thought you were talking about. I don't know shit about pikeys, but I will look that up because I've never thought to look it up before. So we're gonna do that.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
it's like my uncle was a fighter and I'm going to be a fighter, and they just meet up in the street and start fighting in the middle of a back road somewhere. It's pretty cool stuff.
huh? I mean that sounds like Brad Pitt's character, so that works. Um, let's see here. Pat Barry's fighting tomorrow for Glory. If you're around, you should fucking not be gay and get on some Grand Theft Auto. I
I get
told
bored.
Tom. I think Tom and Random we were talking about we were splitting tomorrow, doing some Battlefield 4 and then going on to Grand Theft Auto later. You should fucking not be gay. We've been having fun. But yeah, Pat Barry is fighting for Glory. There's like some heavyweight tournament tomorrow night. It's all in one night. I'll probably watch it. If for no other reason, I like Pat Barry, so I want to see his Glory debut. But that'll be on tomorrow on Spike at like probably 8 or 9. I don't know what time, but I'm gonna say 8 or 9 or so. You never did you watch Vanderlei's video?
No,
Oh, you didn't watch his video?
no,
He released another like pissed off video about Chael. It's like
no.
it's like 7 or 8 minutes long, and the first 3 minutes is a bunch of clips of Chael, him trying to make Chael seem like a racist, which doesn't make sense considering he's talking about a country. But make him sound like a racist and a money launderer, like cheat and this terrible guy. And then he, after all these old clips, he starts talking about how much he doesn't like Chael and the people of Brazil deserve more and blah 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 blah. And it was just another like 3 or 4 minute crazy fucking rant. I don't know what his problem is. I'm thinking maybe he is an alcoholic. Maybe Chael wasn't getting.
No, I honestly think. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, I think he is the. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, I think he is the Chelsea of Brazil. He is pushing all of our buttons to make us hate him, which makes us want to see him fight and makes us want to see him get beat. I
Um,
think the more I think about it, as much as I hate him, I think that's what he's doing.
Oops, I just saw that text. Yeah, okay. um, See, but I don't. I think he's really crazy. I think he's completely lost his mind. And right now, because everyone's like pissed off at him, even the Brazilians don't like him. I brought that up last week. That little poll that I saw. Like he's losing all his fans, and he's trying to turn it around and say, "Look, no, 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 Chael's this racist guy, and they edited the show to make me seem bad, and all these things." And it's just like I think he believes it. I think he's nuts. I mean,
Yeah, I
he looks nuts. If he's
believe he's
pretending, he
nuts.
should win an Academy Award. If this is a joke, he should win an award. Boom, done. That's your new greatest actor of all time.
But
Da,
I
da,
do
da,
like that
da.
they showed a video from him when they were showing the friends fighting, and he got mad because the other guy made two friends fight. And then you saw him today saying, he picked the two friends to fight each other.
Yeah,
His tongue's got thicker, he's got bigger,
yeah,
he looks so bad now.
yeah. He
So a lot of different.
well, he gets. I don't know if it's a known factor, just highly talked about. He gets like was it collagen and Botox injections and shit like that. Like I like trying to repair his face. If you go back to what he looked like when he was in Pride and look at him now, I mean his face looks. You can tell it's him, but you can also tell his face has changed.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I can definitely tell.
yeah, and it doesn't look the way it used to.
I think they're
Um,
injecting his tongue. He talks like this. He talks
yeah,
like Andre the Giant.
it's he's a mess. I hope he retires, and this is his last fight. Not because he's a fun fighter to watch for the most part. He's like one concussion away from just being in a permanent coma. He's had a lot. He's had a lot of shots to the head, and his fight age is well past his real age. He's probably like what is he like? Probably 37 or so,
No
38,
way.
36, somewhere in there. And he looks like he's like 80. And that means his fight age is like 90. So I hope he just retires and just stops. Um, so let's see.
Look, I'm not picking this stupid card next week. I'll pick a couple, but I'm not going through all these.
What are you talking about?
The next card coming up on the 24th.
That's like next fucking. We're not doing that tonight.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even looking at that. Just think it's
Never
interesting.
mind.
You're nuts.
Who you think interesting is Dan Henderson still fighting?
No, 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 no. I do. I will have an opinion on that when that card comes up, though. I
Oh,
got
okay.
some things to say about that one.
I'm
Um,
gonna say I got an uncle that'll fight him.
no, I think it's interesting that Floyd Mayweather is going to make $32 million tomorrow night, and that's just for fighting. He's the promoter.
Oh no.
So he's gonna get fighting. He's gonna give himself some kind of win bonus or some kind of bonus. He's gonna get pay-per-view cut, a huge pay-per-view cut. I bet he clears $100 million personally.
Yeah.
That's gonna be nuts. That's gonna be an insane amount of money that he's pulling in for this fight. And I thought it was interesting that the very first, most UFC guys, mixed martial, this is in the UFC. We'll just take the highest caliber. Most of the first and second fighters make 3,000 a show and 3,000 to win, and the very first boxing fight on the or fighter on the card is going to get $350,000.
I thought
Like
you were going to
that's
say
how much money
3,000 to
boxing
show and
has.
3,000 to grow.
What do you mean to grow?
You
What
know,
is he small?
some people are showers and some people are growers.
I'm a shower. Oh, that is the expression, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not a shower, I'm a grower.
Yeah. Okay. I just put. Okay. I get that.
They're one of our other three listeners.
But yeah, I just thought it was good. Um, let's see here. Da, da, da. Oh, one fun fight that'll be coming up, and it'll be fun. I don't know if you've seen him or not, but Cole Miller and Conor McGregor was just announced. That's going to be a fun fight, and that's going to be
When's
a
that going to
fun
be?
build-up. I think in June. They just announced it on Wednesday. I think it's headlining one of the cards in June, and Cole Miller can talk pretty good, and Conor McGregor can talk really good. So there's likely going to be some very fun shit talking leading up to this fight. Um, and I think the fight will be fun too. They're both fun fucking fighters. So I think I think we covered everything I wanted to cover. What do you want to talk about?
I didn't understand the last paragraph you just said.
What do you mean? What did I talk
I
about?
don't know. I can't understand you.
Your
You talk like
sound just went. Your sound just
Vanderlei
went
on
funky.
Vicodin.
Vanderlei on Vicodin. I get that. Well, I don't remember what I was talking about. But the Cole Miller and Conor McGregor. I was saying that fight, if you didn't hear that, that's going to have some really fun shit talking build up to it, and it's going to be a fun fight too. So I'm looking forward to the next couple months of them going back and forth with each other. So,
Oh.
but yeah, what do you have to talk about? What do you have to say? What do you want to bitch
Well,
about?
I'm just Windows 8. I hate
Are
Windows
you
8.
are you really going to go buy a Mac? That's a big statement.
Well, it's a big investment, which is a big statement, but I am so sick of trying to freaking log on through Windows 8 that I don't know what to do. I'm tired of this every week because every time I get on Friday nights, I'm drinking and I don't remember my freaking password, and I don't remember how to get on through Hotmail. I'm upset. I'm verklempt.
This is almost word for word the conversation I had with my dad. Um, this
Well,
is
he's
where
not crazy.
Windows went wrong, in my opinion. This is where they went wrong. They tried to combine two completely different operating systems. I mean, you can't go from that
Yeah,
change to another change. It's such a huge change. You
let's
can't
do a
consider it the
touchpad
same
and
thing.
yeah, touchpad uh, a keyboard in the same thing. That was one mistake,
Yeah, and it's one of
and
those
it's
things where
security's driving me crazy.
I can't be the only one who's going to bail out of Windows if they keep doing this and switch to a Macintosh. At some point, they have to realize this is a bad idea. Let's give them an option. You can load into this, or you can load into this. Um, but Windows, I mean,
You
yeah,
know,
like I said,
the
I
funny
will.
the funny thing with the iPad, and when the iPad I
Yeah,
hit the button, it's on. Like 4 seconds later, it's on. Well, not even 4 seconds, 3 seconds. I don't have to worry about logging on and security and
well, that's. I mean,
uh,
you shouldn't have to do that at all. I don't have to do that on my Windows 7.
exactly.
I mean, it was just boom right in. And I will say this too. The girl has a touchscreen laptop with Windows 8. The Windows 8 part that I hate, that I think is a piece of shit, makes a lot more sense when you use it as a touchscreen.
Yeah, but
Like
does she
it's
have to log on to Windows?
well, no, but I'm just saying that's one of my complaints about Windows 8 is they really did try to combine two different things together, and I hate the
Yeah,
little touchscreen part using it with a mouse. But
yeah.
if I use her computer, it makes a lot more sense. It actually works as a functional system when you're using your fingers. I don't know if people's brains work differently because it's the same complaint. Everyone says the same thing. That's one of the things they hate about it is it's made for a tablet, not for a computer, but it's different.
Yeah.
So, but I think I don't know. They need to fucking fix it because I like I said I'll leave, and that's a huge statement for me.
Yeah, because you're an Apple hater.
I hate Apple, but if Windows keeps this up, I'm out. I'll fucking go to
But
Apple.
I got the new Samsung Galaxy S5 though. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, I need to look into that. How much did you pay for it?
Well, since my company's paying for it, they throw $27 a month on my bill, and I don't pay anything because my company pays my cell phone bill. But you can either pay a lump sum of $200 and extend your contract by 2 years, or with I've got Sprint, which Sprint's not very good in the Carolinas, but it's unlimited data. When I'm on the lake, I got the music playing all day long. I'm streaming music through Spotify. I don't worry
Yeah.
about it. Um, but so I pay $27 a month for 2 years. They basically finance a phone for me, but I don't care since the company's paying for it.
Yeah. And
Or pay 200.
did you get insurance on it?
Yeah, I had insurance on my. I had the Galaxy S3, which was nice, but this one has got 4K video on it, which unless you got a 4K TV, it doesn't matter really. It's got a front and
Hold
back
on,
camera.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I don't. I used to be very technological and techie and all that shit.
Yeah,
What did you say? A 4K?
yeah. The next
What is that?
generation of television is 4K, which is better than 1080. It's supposed to be so many times better than 1080p. And very few TVs have it
is that
now.
on display? I would like to see that. Do they have that at Best Buy?
I would guess so.
I would. You know what? Next time I'm even near a Best Buy, I want to look at that.
Yeah,
I
4K.
and the reason is because not because they say it's better than 1080. If you're going 1080 to 4K, my mind goes to numbers, which is pixels, and I would like to see what 4K looks like.
Yeah, I'd like to
That's a
see it
really big
because
jump if you go
yeah,
by
1080
numbers.
is pretty good.
Yeah. Um, huh.
Waterproof. It's automatically waterproof. I'm on the boat all weekend. If I want to jump in the water and take some pictures from the water, I don't worry about it
How,
getting splashed or
how does tell me about the battery thing? You told me, but I don't remember.
replaceable battery. There's a
How?
when you take the back cover off, if you lay the back cover down, you can see a small gasket around it where it encases the battery when you enclose the back of it when you put the cover on. So you can still replace the battery. I can pop this case off right now while I'm sitting here looking at it.
That's interesting. What other kind of shit? Because I know we talked about the pedometer and the heart rate thing. What else you got on there?
Heart rate monitor, front and back camera at the same time, which I don't know how I'd ever use that, but it's supposed to be cool. I can use two cameras at the same time. It's a 16 megapixel camera.
Oh, I could
If
see
you
how you
care
could
about that
you
kind of
could use
stuff.
that. You could use that to like film. Like I could see like perfect. I could see someone saying to their husband they're pregnant
Yeah, you can do that.
or boyfriend or something like that. You could get both people's reactions. I could see that, and that's really the only thing I could see a use for.
Well, and I'll
Uh,
tell you one thing I do like about the Android system is I showed a friend of mine who's a big Apple lover. He's watching me make a video of my son jumping out of a tree at the lake, and I zoom in while I'm filming it. You cannot do that with an Apple product. Which I mean that didn't change from the S3 to the S5, but it's a nice feature. If you want to be making a video and zoom in while you're doing it, you can do so.
I think the S4 had that. I think Mama Bears can do that.
Yeah, I think so. And really, the S3 and the S4 didn't change that much, but the S5, you got the fingerprint scanner, like I have LastPass on mine, which logs my passwords. And so instead of me typing passwords into different things, it'll say, "Hey, you're trying to log into, Facebook. You can just swipe your fingerprint. Boom, it's done."
What this fingerprint scanner? Fingerprint scanner. What? what? How does that work? How does that work? What scans your fingerprint?
Well, the home
This
button,
is a
there's a
mistake, by the way. What you're about to hear. Yeah.
the home button. Above it, there's a small area, and I'm not sure if the home button does it or the area above it does it. But if you hold the phone like in a natural position, you hold it with your right hand, and you just want to swipe your thumb. You
So,
you teach it. This is the way I'm going to swipe it from now on. So you just take your thumb and you swipe from top to bottom across your home button. Sometimes it takes a couple, 3 times, but it's swipe, swipe, swipe. You're done. You're in. And you can set the
what
time.
what happens if you cut your thumb?
The good thing is I have an answer for that. I sound like a Samsung salesman. You can put
Holy
up to 3
shit.
fingerprints in it. So if you're let's say I first of all use my right thumb,
What
and
if you
sometimes it won't swipe. You can use your index finger and hold it straight. Hold the phone in your left hand and just swipe it perfectly straight, and teach it that fingerprint. And now it'll work on your thumbprint. It'll work on your. You can do up to three different fingerprints on it.
what if you're slicing tomatoes and you slice all 4 of your like fingertips off and it just happens to be that those 4 are where the 3 fingerprint ones are?
After so many attempts, either 3 or 4 attempts, you can enter your passcode to get into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is not my password, by the way.
You know what I just realized though? And I wasn't making this the intention. That sounded like a really bad infomercial. What happens if you cut off all of your fingers? Well, you can go to this and enter in your passcode. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's not my password. Ha 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 ha.
You sound like the blonde guy who, Tony, what's his name? Tony
Tony
uh,
Danza. Tony Curtis.
Robbins. Ooh, good pull.
Um,
Tony Robbins. No, is it Robbins? The guy who
Tony
did the
Perkins.
infomercials with the ponytail, the blonde
Tony
ponytail.
Atlas. Tony Danza.
That's absolutely not Tony Danza.
I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about.
You know this guy.
Are you talking about Jack?
Oh, his name's Tony. Jack coming on Monday night.
Are you gonna watch live? Diver. Hello. Hello.
30 minutes.
Oh,
Hello?
there you are. Yeah. I couldn't
I'll
hear you
probably
for a
wait
while.
about 30 minutes, but yes, I'll watch it that night, definitely.
That's a
Tony
tough one
Little.
because I got 24. I don't know who Tony. Oh, that's why I couldn't hear you. I don't know who Tony Little is.
Oh, how can you not tune Tony Little?
I don't know.
Home
I know
Shopping
little.
Network.
I know Little Richard and Little House on the Prairie and Little Bigman
Ooh, there was a football
and
player played on there.
who?
Lyle Lazare. No.
What did he
Who's the
play
guy
on?
that played on Little House on the Prairie? He's a football
I don't
player.
know that. I never
You,
watched Little House on the Prairie.
you freaking liar.
No, I swear to you, I if I caught an episode in passing, but I never watched Little House on the Prairie. That was before my time, sir. When was that show on? Hello? Hello? Did he do what MMA? Uh-oh. Something happened to his iPad. I think it might have committed suicide like the MMA enthusiast did when he excuse me, took little razor blades and he chopped them up in a blender and he blended in some yogurt and some Slurpee and drank it and bled out. um, well, that was the last thing we were going to talk about. Oh, wait. He's calling back. Hello? He's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Where you been?
I don't know. You disappeared.
Merlin Olsen played on Little House on the Prairie. He was a pro football Hall of Famer.
Dude, oh, that's what we were talking about. I've never seen Little House on the Prairie. When was
Oh,
that
that was a
show
good
on?
show.
I said that was before my time. When was that show on? And then I think he disappeared.
I would say like 87,
No,
78 to 80 or something like that.
there's no chance. I was born in '77. I would have caught an episode at some point. Little House on the Prairie. 74 to 83. What the fuck was it on? PBS? First of
How do you
all,
spell Prairie?
that's a long time. Wow. How do you spell prairie?
No, that was like
Prarie?
on. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's a long time. But I didn't know it was on that late.
Well, I know you know now because you're looking at it.
Yeah, I didn't know it ran until '83. I must have really hated that show. I just blocked it
That
out
was
of
a
my
good
mind or
show.
something. I don't know. And I was only like I might have been what 83. I might have been 6 when it was on last. So maybe it was just I just don't remember it. But I've never seen an episode.
Yeah, I was on.
And I
I was
think
like
they redid
16.
it, or they were talking about redoing it. They were going to remake it or bring it back or something.
Well, Michael Landon died, so that probably killed that.
He
Literally.
died a long time ago. How long ago did he die?
Man, he died like in now 95 or something.
Wow. Holy shit. 95. You know what they were talking about on Bob and the Showgram? They were talking about 1994 and the OJ chase. That was fucking that long ago.
Oh, he died in 1991.
Was it that long ago for him?
Yeah, it
Wow.
was.
I didn't know that. Shit, I
I gotta
was
go to the
just starting
bathroom.
high school. Well, let's wrap up because I kind of just did. I didn't know if your thing died or not. But I think I killed MMA enthusiast. He just so you know, he cut up razors into little pieces in a blender
In the
and
playground?
mixed
Oh,
them in no in a blender, and he mixed them in with some like fucking yogurt and ice cream and
was he
Slurpee
making that
and
protein drink he's been talking about?
drank it, and he bled to death internally, inside out. Like
Oh,
blood was coming out of his eyes and his ears, and his fingernails were turning red with blood because there was like nowhere else for all the blood to go because his heart
are
kept
you
beating.
are you sure he's
his,
dead now?
his
Are
heart
you
didn't
sure?
stop beating. It just kept pouring blood out, and he wound up the way his heart stopped beating is because all the
He got
blood that
tired.
fell out, he drowned.
That's the worst death episode I've ever heard.
Oh yeah, this is a good time to end it because I'm pretty sure it's all going fucking south. Uh, all right, well you
All
can
right, I'll be on the boat if you need me.
follow us at Mad Samurai and or I don't know Mad Samurai 64. I don't know Mad Samurai or Mad Samurai 64. I think it's
Just
Mad
Mad
Samurai
Samurai.
and Tahoe Boater or NC Diver. What's your at?
I think it's at Tahoe Boater, I think.
Is it at Tahoe Boater? All right, then at Tahoe Boater. And I don't know. Have a good one. We'll talk to y'all later. Fuck off.
Later.
Stop and